Right. Sorry about the delay. It just wouldn't let me stream it. I set up new keys, uh, streaming keys, and all of that. I can't even check to see how many people, if anyone's turned up. Oh, hold on a minute. Right. I'm so sorry. I thought it was all set up and I was all prepared. I went to go live. Nothing. So, um, God, this is take 4, I think, John. Um, I've just let a few people come in. Oh, dear. Now, I have got another camera set up, so if all goes better, no point in putting them on because I can't hear anything. I'll just let some people come in. I don't know how many people are going to come because most of my viewers, I suppose, are from Music Realm. Host a Ghost. I've used this channel just for getting stuff off my chest, I guess. That rhymed, didn't it? So, right, I'll say hello to the people that are in the chat at the moment. Let me just run through. So I'll start off with Heather. Absolutely fantastic to see you. Some spread lies, others know the truth, and they sure do. Good to see you, mate. John, my old man. Good to see you, mate. And yeah, it is a bit parky out there. Simon, good to see you. If there are people without wrenches, I will give you one. Also, while I'm doing this, everything's got a bit of a delay. So I've got 2 delays going on. I've got a delay on the OBS software, and I'm running another live stream. This is where it got complicated. I'm running another live stream so I could have a second camera set up to do the Orb Watch. And not being the best technical person in the world, have I really attracted a troll already? My word. Thank you, Heather. My body is starting to feel it. I'm having a few issues with my arm. But that's irrelevant. So, is my volume okay? You can all hear me okay? And there's going to be a slight delay from when I talk and the chat. Right, so what I will do in a minute, I'm just going to check the other camera. Audio, I'll leave the audio on. Right. Have I done it? Right. So hopefully you can still hear me. Yeah, my eyes are sore. Audio's good. Thank you very much. Very professional, Simon. Um, very. Yes, it's called Bannertech. I've learned a lot from David. You learn by other people's mistakes. Excellent. Right, so now we have the camera over there. Hello, camera. Um, yeah, I rattle. I shake, rattle, and roll. You'd be delighted to know tonight I'm not going to play the guitar. I say play loosely. And the other thing is, I've heard it so many times when people start jamming with their guitars, and because of the string, the sound quality is absolutely trash, and it just sort of defeats the object. So, you know, bearing that in mind, and being a beginner that I am, it would sound really shit. So, yeah, you're not wrong, Simon. We're all of that age, aren't we? We're not these youngsters running around. Well, they're not running around, are they? They're all locked up at the moment. Everyone's locked up, or it's going that way. So I certainly think we will be imprisoned at some point in the near future. But I'm not here to talk about that, because it's time to just get away from all that rubbish. There's only a couple of you here, so I'm not sure. I might just try and share this. I don't know how I can do that. I don't. Do you know? I remember when you used to be able to share something. So you had what was it? Was it good? Oh, it's a share thing, and everyone was on it. All your subscribers, and you just one click, everyone was notified. You just shared it just like that. You can't. I just can't do. They don't do that anymore, which is a real shame. So what am I doing? What was I going to do? Oh yeah, right. I'm going to turn the light down. It's going to get dark. It's going to get dark. I don't know, dark. Yeah, it's a shame. Shame I couldn't get more people. But I think I messed up because Chills was in the chat earlier. But I've got no way of sharing. It's a real bummer. Anyway, I'm gonna rattle on. I'm not gonna look at comments for a minute because I want to focus, get my energy levels sort of just on a calm. It looks like I'm a bird. I can see myself because I'm flying. Right. Okay. What are you doing, Brendan? Turning the lights down. There you go. Hopefully you should still be able to hear me, but the lip sync on that will be different to what's going on the recording thing. So let's just get the lights off. Down we go. There we go. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too dark, is it? Right, so browser 2's on. I'll turn my video camera off. Right, so now right, so hopefully just that camera's on now, and so if there are any positive energies, beautiful orbs, would you like to come and say hello to me? I just want to check. See, it won't let me have really high quality on here for some reason, and yet I've got the bandwidth set up. Interesting, what's that do? Right, so I've got that on big screen now. Now I can turn that mic up, but I don't know if you're going to get an echoey effect. I can hear myself now. Let me just put these headphones on a minute. Because there's voices coming out. That's why. Right. So, I'll go. Nothing worse than hearing yourself talking once you've talked and then hear yourself talk again. Right. Alright, cheers Simon. Now I'm going to just try and focus. Right, so thank you for coming. I wish more people could have been. There seemed to be more in the first, I saw people waiting, but it doesn't matter. I've got a good audience. Right. What should I talk about? Let me just unplug that because I can hear myself and it's doing my head in. Right, so I will start talking about recently, in the last probably couple of months, in this house. Because once I stopped doing all the filming, the orbs and all of that, although I could still feel the energies and I still see the odd flash, and now and again I'd see a little bit of light moving, my focus wasn't on that. There was so much other stuff been going on with everything. So it was like just having a break from it, but I wasn't separated from it, if that makes sense. It was still here. I can't walk away everywhere I go. When I went up to see my mate Nick up in Durham, and just sitting in his front room, and what I find very interesting is when I'm with someone who's on on the same wavelength, if you like, and the energies that were around him was just amazing. I was seeing blue orbs and mauve and flashes, and it was constant. So it makes a difference with when you're with people, and people's energies definitely bouncing off, I don't think is the right word. I think when two similar energies, the resonance is the same, so therefore the effect is bigger because there's two of you, sort of thing. It probably sounds stupid, but that's sort of how I see it. And so I I wasn't giving the orbs the focus that I had done in the past, and things did go a bit quiet. You know, things weren't being moved about, knocks, and I certainly hadn't heard anything vocally until probably, like I said, a couple of months ago, and things started happening. Rachel had some things go on in her room. Then Sarah had something go off upstairs. I can't remember what it was now. And then, oh yeah, because Rachel kept hearing our door handle going like chunk 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 in the night. And then probably 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago maybe, Sarah's woken up in the middle of the night and she was in absolute terror because she was awake and that she could see the handle going. Double arm movement. Oh, you can still see me, can't you? Yeah. So the handle was moving like dunk 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 dunk, and she was trying to wake me up. She, and I'm like, I was in Maryland. so she, it did stop. It was just for a very short period of time, but enough. I've seen things like shadows and quite recently lots of lights, definitely lots of lights. I'm rattling on. I'm just trying to quickly, there's been a lot. I think Sarah was saying she had an uncomfortable feeling at one point. And the energies are definitely, you know, at the moment the energies feel really good. They're really nice. But there have been times when, and I guess it's related to your emotions when things aren't as wonderful or as good as you'd like them to be. Your energy levels change, and it's possible when you're feeling down or when things are down that the negative energies start to attract. You know, it's all possible. Anything's possible, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Where you focus your energy, that's where it happens, and it's definitely shown for me because I've been paying more attention recently since we've had stuff going on. And I did hear, it's like, I think it went a couple of weeks ago, if that, when again I thought Sarah was talking to me and I turned around, no one there. But that happens a lot with me. I've been lucky enough to capture it. When I went and did a video with Robert Lee in Manchester, and we went to an old mine, coal mine, and we had so much stuff going on. It was just an amazing evening. But we captured my name twice on EVPs, and the next day we went. I stayed at Roberts that night, and the next day I went off to Durham, which was another couple of 100 miles, maybe, or 100 odd miles, and when I got to Mix, we went. He took me out to the local museum in Durham, and we're walking around looking at all the exhibitions, the exhibits. Sorry, not the exhibits. So we're looking at all the exhibits, and as you're walking around, you have recordings of what the exhibit's about. They're done like in old English, yea, old come thee down the path, and looked upon thee had a laugh, and all of that. So as we're walking around, they've got all the history of Durham and all of that. And I said to Mick, right, we go, let's have a look around here. And as I've walked through the doorway, on the speaker, that on one of the things, it just said Brendan. And I've turned around, I looked at Mick, I said, did you hear that? And he went, his face was a picture. And I was recording at the time, which was like just, I thought, I must have it. It wasn't my imagination. So we played it back on the recorder. And it was clear as day, Brendan. So when we stood by the exhibit and we listened to the exhibit talking, we thought maybe one of the people they was talking about was called Brendan. You've got to check. So we're standing there and we're waiting for the whole recording to go all the way through. And it wasn't nothing. Didn't even mention names. It was just talking. So yeah, to capture something like that, and it almost gives it a personal touch. You feel like they know you. You're a rumour in the spiritual world. But that was quite incredible. And in fact, even when I was at Mix, when I stayed there, he had this big, beautiful blue glass jar, heavy. And I say it's heavy because it's a solid glass, them really storage jars, thick glass. And it was probably about a foot away from me. And I was talking, all of a sudden the jar just goes kadunk straight over. And he just smiled. I said, well, that was interesting. So it just follows you around. It's everywhere, really. Well, I say follow me, it's just everywhere. And you tap into it, you see it. So often when I'm just standing, like when we went down to the Lake District, and it's such a beautiful place, but you just get lost in a moment. I'm looking across the lake, and I was probably staring for what was probably only a minute or two, but it felt like half an hour, which I get these moments and I find them fascinating, as Spock would say. Well, I'm just going to quickly look at chat, see if I haven't bored you to God knows. So I'm just looking at the image just to see myself if anything's appeared. I just wish the quality of this was better, like on the image. Are there any beautiful wolves? Do you want to come and say hello? Come and say hello to me. And you shine really bright. We would love to see you tonight, we really would. And the other thing I was, going to talk about was near-death experience. I watched a video, you get these pop-ups, these recommendations, and on this video, this guy said apparently this guy had been dead for half an hour, and all the rest of it. And when he come back, you must hear what he's got to say. So I clicked on it. Obviously, I clicked on it because I was interested to know what sort of experience he had. And well, after about 10 minutes of watching the video, I was thinking, you're just trying to push a religious, I can't even say it, a religious cult type thing. He was quoting different Bible scriptures and then saying other things which was nothing to do with. He was mixing stuff up with different religions and different bits and pieces, and then he was coming at it from I guess it would be the Buddhist approach, and to me it was just a messed mumble jumble of his own unsurety of where he's at with his spiritual. You know, it may well, you know, who am I to say? I can't say it wasn't his experience because I wasn't there. That would be unfair of me. But you know, if you watch the whole video, it was it was almost pushing. It was really pushing or leaning towards this is how it is. You know, he was all saying, you know, it's this is, and it isn't. And it made me realise, I'm thinking, well, you know, I've been there myself. I've been there, resuscitated, dead in a car, 2 blood transfusions, leg ripped, knee with my left leg with a steering column going through it, and an engine on my lap, and a steering wheel through my face. You know, I've been there. I've been to a place where you're away from the physical, you know, because for me, I can't remember what the guy who died, it might have been something like a heart attack or something, but mine was what you would call a very traumatic event. You know, I'm not saying a heart attack isn't traumatic, but what I'm saying, mine was more an overall physical being smashed up and ripped apart and all of that, where from what I've seen people have heart attacks and that, and once you're resuscitated or whatever, there's only a small time that you're actually experiencing the pain, is what I'm trying to say. Whereas in my car crash, before I gave in to the pain, which was probably half an hour of absolute hell. And that's the other thing when people talk about, you know, and I don't want to sound like I'm digging at religion, but I'm just being honest. I'm just talking from my heart, where, you know, Jesus died on the cross, was nailed with an arrow through the side, and, you know, and he suffered. Well, do you know, I would have swapped places with him. I'd rather have had nails through my hands and feet and a spear through my side than an engine on my lap, my leg ripped around backwards and behind me, and speared through my left leg and knee, and my face impaled by a steering wheel, and the blood, you know, 2 blood transfusions, resuscitated. I'm sorry, but it doesn't wash with me. It just doesn't wash with me. I, in my opinion, suffered more than what Jesus did on that cross. But, you know, he had it easy. Anyway, that's just, you know, that's just my feelings. I'm just being, that's how I see it. That a man of flesh cannot wipe away the apparent sins of humanity because of that death on the cross. When other people, you know, I've been, what's the word? I've been fortunate to meet guys, and unfortunately for them, who were in the army and had been injured, seriously injured. One gentleman I spoke to, we was doing it was a golf to raise money. It was a charity event, and I got to meet this guy, and he was, although I'm not interested in the Queen and all of that lizardry, he got the highest award for what he did. He threw himself on a landmine to protect his mates, and he lost both his arms and legs, as well as being, you know, blown to bits. And I was lucky enough to talk one to one with this man, young man, because that's all he is, a young man. He's probably no older than 28, 27. And it's so humbling. Now, the pain, you can't imagine the pain. So again, when I cross-reference that to the biblical stuff, it doesn't wash with me. Well, I'm just going to quickly look at chat because I don't want to offend people, because, you know, I'm not like, I don't. I'm just saying how I'm seeing stuff from my point of view. Right, I will come to your comment in a minute, John, with the DMT, because yeah, I was going to come to that anyway, but I'm just reading the comment. Yeah, I agree. I do think that the Bible, and, you know, we've also got to be honest with ourselves, and, you know, books rewritten over time. It's hard to trust history anyway. To try and, you know, it's just so hard. That's why I tend not to really dwell so much on the past and try and. I know you can learn from the past, but I do try and focus on the present now. Right, before I get sidetracked, I was looking. Let me just. Uh, yeah, the Bible. So, the Bible is. Yeah. It, it has obvious good points. You know, treat thou neighbour as thou neighbour would be wanted to be treated by you, and all of that. You know, treat your fellow man or woman as you would want to be treated yourself. It's just common law, isn't it? Really, it's just about being respectful. It's that simple. Um, So there's so much, you can point all the good in the Bible, and you can also point to all the crap in the Bible as well. Uh, but I don't want to, I don't want to go too much into that, because if someone is a Christian, or if someone has a belief, and within that belief system they live their life in a humble and moral, in a morally good way, then that's good. I'm all for it, absolutely. Um, but I will not be controlled by the mechanisms or the construct of religion, um, because I'm not, how religion controls people, and for me, you've got to step away from the control mechanisms, and being as much control of yourself as you can. And it's hard, even when we think we're being our own and doing our own stuff. We still get guided by, and we still have to follow certain rules, because we exist within a construct that, without following certain rules, you get banged up, put away, locked away, punished, and all the rest of it. So, that's another thing. Freedom. I think we're as free as we can be physically, um, but with constraints. You can't cross borders. I can't even go. France is nearer to me than what my mate Mick lives. Yeah, I can't go to France without a passport. Um, Borders, there's just everything. So there is freedom within certain um, constraints. So is it really freedom, is the question? Not really, it isn't. And, again, if you're being absolutely honest with yourself, we don't really live in a free society. We're only given these little peanuts. If you're a good boy, you can go there. So it's on scales, isn't it? Everything's on a scale. So yeah, if if people live their lives in a humble and a positive way, then that's good. And none of us, I think all that anyone can really do is just try and be the best they can be, and that takes a lot of work. That takes a lot of honesty, and when we look inside, and when you're being honest, there's a lot of shit that you have to face. It took me years to face my own shit. Um, but until you do, you're not being honest, because you're denying things that you've been. When you reconcile what you've been, it doesn't matter what you've been. It's where you are. It's where you're at, and it's where you're going to. That's the important thing. Um, let's talk mistakes. I've made more than most. Really have. Um, but I think that's part of the journey, because I'm not preaching to you, because well, hopefully you learn by making mistakes. Um, I used to hate criticism. I couldn't handle being criticised. It was my biggest flaw. Um, but I don't see criticism as criticism, because I don't see the point in me worrying about what other people's opinions are, because I have no control over how they would view me, or how I would want someone to view me. That's their choice. How they see me is how they see me. So all the time you're worried about how people see you and all, it's just pointless. And that's when you can really start focusing on the inner. And that's where I found, for me, is where you start growing. Um, just by nature, I think, or by conditioning rather than nature, we judge. We grow up judging things, judging people. Um, you know, and that's a hard program to break. When you meet someone, the first thing, it's a physical. You're seeing them with your eyes, so you're automatically making assumptions and based on past interactions with similar people. So it's by reflecting, by reflection, by comparisons that we try and build a picture up of someone by looking. Um, and it's hard to step away from that, but when you do, and you when you meet people, you're meeting the person. You're not like, I can only explain it like this. When I meet people, I go by how their energy affects me. If their energy is good, then I feel that. I feel the positive. I feel there isn't agendas. I feel they're not hiding. They're not pretending, because all I see is artificial pretense going on around me all the time. And I just can't be bothered with it. I really can't. One, I'm getting too old. Um, but going back, it's about how do you improve yourself. It's just about being honest. Um, and sometimes it's hard to be honest with yourself. Um, so it's a constant battle. It's a constant personal battle for me. Is tripping over the little things that you thought you'd got away from, and it catches you out now and again. So you're never free from it. You just the more or the longer you focus on just being and that the easier it becomes, I guess. Just being in the moment, I'm talking about. I've not looked at chat yet, but I'll just have a quick look, and I will get back to John's, what he was talking about in the chat earlier. Right, so I hope I'm not coming across. Really? I hope I'm not coming across as pretentious, because I'm just trying to get away from all the bullshit. And in our reality, again, I'm not going to go into what shape this realm is and all the rest of it. But I hear people going, yeah, we ought to be able to go here and we ought to be able to travel there. Well, most people don't go out the back gardens. Most people don't travel anywhere around the world at all. No, you know, how much of your own country do you know? Before you go travelling elsewhere, how much do you actually know about your own country? There is, like, we're a tiny little bit of land, but there's so much on it.
and I've been lucky. I've done a lot of travelling. I've been so fortunate, and being sponsored to travel as well was good, and playing golf, that was even better. But that's another story. But yeah, so travelling, I don't want to go to the Antarctica. It's too bloody cold for me. That's the truth. I don't like the cold. I don't. And you can only live in a certain amount of space at one time anyway, and that's the space that you're in. Um, I do understand. It would be nice to have a look. Um, but my point being, you get all these keyboard warriors online. Yeah, this, that, and the other, and you're given half a chance. None of them would last 5 minutes in Antarctica. They. I'm sure they think it's just a walk like down the beach or something. Anyway, I don't want to go there. What I will talk about is the DMT. Um, Now, in my experience, again, I've been fortunate enough to have done the DMT, making it, because that's the important part, is actually making it, getting the ingredients, spending time, putting it together, make it, and it's not just like you throw it together in a bowl and that's it. Doesn't. It's not. It take it. My mate started preparing it probably 4 or 5 days before I got there, and then I carried on with him preparing it. Um, I'm not going to go into the procedures because I'll probably get a warning on here, so I've got to be careful what I say about the subject. But what I will say is, I've done it how many times now? I would say close to 12 times now. Um, and my experience, the best way I could describe it would be you enter consciousness. Consciousness, you actually, everything is one and one is every, and this is where it gets really hard to explain shit. I, where I went to, I was seeing, it was all Egyptian related. I saw this. It wasn't a pharaoh as such. It was very similar. Um, the the colours were amazing. The, even the me and my mate talked about this. The colours were alive, and that sounds so mental, but the colours were alive. Everything was so, and this is different than a mushroom or an acid trip. An acid trip, your eyes are open and it's visual. Okay, with a DMT, you close your eyes and off you go. And I mean, I felt physically from the when I did the first one, physically pulled from my body. I could feel it, the spiritual being pulled away from the physical, and you're there. Although you're still conscious of the physical, you're in the consciousness of everything. Um, Not everyone was the same. They was different. Um, Again, it's hard to talk about something unless someone else has actually done it as well. Um, oh, hello, Mark. Good to see you, mate. Glad you found me. Bit hard to find at the moment.
Had a lot of problems setting up on the first stream. Let me just do something for a minute, because I know I do waffle. Right, so let me just go to that one. There you go. You can just see me. Here I am. It's just a lot clearer on this camera to see me than that camera over there. So yeah, again, it's like the ritual of doing it, the making, putting your energies into it. That was all part of it. That was important. Getting the ingredients is. We got the bark from South America. I'm not going to say what the other ingredients are, but you can get them easily enough. It's all about the process of it. So, but the experience for me was very good. I did have one. I don't like calling them trips because they're not trips for me. I had one experience with the DMT where I physically wasn't getting along with it, but that was the only time. I was still going through it, but it was physically hard on me. But it was only the once. All the other 10 times was fine, and was a good experience. So it's overwhelmingly a fantastic experience. I hope some orbs have turned up because I will go through the footage because luckily enough it'll be recording from that camera. Well, that camera's recording as well separately, and hopefully the upload will be, I'll be able to get the quality level up. So I'll put my apologies for the bad quality, but so I think DMT, I think we're meant to do it, but I think you have to be, your head has to be in the right place. I think you have to be spiritually in the right place, for me anyway. And if you're doing it with someone, which is always best, always do it with someone that you're 100% comfortable with. That is so important, and that's why I did it with my mate Mr. Mick, because I more than 100% trust with him, and it was just fantastic. So I do recommend it. Right. I'll just pop you back to the other camera. See, I can do that now. I'm tech sav, banner sav, says he, and I can't do it. Here we go. Look at that. Right. Is that it? That's good. Right. Back. Looking at the telly, looking at the stream. Where are we? Yeah, I do like cheese, I have to say. Right, And on that subject, Simon and John and Heather, if you, I don't know if you get to smoke cannabis, but I know John and Simon probably does. So I don't know what I was going to say now. Oh yeah, dreams. Yeah. Now, as you all know, I smoke. My lovely. I've got chocolate at the moment, chocolate kush, and I still dream. I don't dream all the time, but I still dream. Um, but for sure, when you do stop smoking, you definitely dream more. I agree, but it hasn't stopped me dreaming. Um, problem with me is because my mind's so active, I almost have to smoke just to slow my head down. Although I am way more relaxed and chilled these days. As ever, I think age has got a lot to do with that. Are there any beautiful spirits? Do you want to come and say hello to me? Beautiful wolves. Come and say hello. Come and say hello to our wonderful, beautiful spirits in chat. You know, maybe I'll do this again. But hopefully get it set properly. I thought I had. It was so annoying. I thought I had it all perfect that I just click the button, go live, and Bob's your uncle. Well, it turned out he isn't my uncle. It didn't work out, and I didn't go live. In fact, Simon said I was on live on another stream or something. So, yeah, worked that one out. Wonderful stuff. That's right, yeah. And I do like blue cheese. I like blue cheese, and I like all the cheeses. Camembert. I love camembert. Heated up, melted, dipped with lovely granary bread. Oh, heaven. Yes, I like Edam too. I do like cheese. And the good thing as well, just talking of food, is when I go and see my mate Mick, because he's vegan, it allows me to experience being a vegan for a week. And yeah, it's all good. I have no complaints, to be fair. I'm still not 100% sure about it. I think I'm more concerned about animal welfare and how animals are farmed. I now realising, and this is me, I'm not pushing this on anyone, and you know, we all have our own opinions and stuff. I'm just saying, from my point of view, I've changed, you know, because I was a real carnivore, as it were, but it turns out I'm not that fussed now. Like I said, I'm more aware of how badly animals are treated. Dairy, you know, I like change from milk to rice milk now, because what they do with, I know cheese comes and I get, yeah, I know, before I trip myself over, I do realise that. But it's important to understand how farms mistreat animals. Like, cows shouldn't be in a constant flux of milk. It's not right, it's wrong. I mean natural farming. So yeah, my views have definitely changed on that side of things. But again, I'm not going to go into that. Right. Come on. I was invited. Yeah, I saw that one. That video, Heather. Um, Again, I leave comments, and I know it's the same on my channel. People leave comments, and they don't. They just disappear. Um, and I've definitely been to your website. I have left comments on there. Um, yeah, I think that's amazing. So I've just gone back to that video. Um, that was sort of a surreal experience. Um, we're so lucky, aren't we, to be able to experience these things. Now I know not everybody here in chat has been lucky enough as we are to experience the orbs and energies and the mists. You know, I had one which was amazing from the tree that I used to have outside here. Um, when I went to Manchester with Robert, where we had this uh, mist just appear out of this wall. There's a hole in the wall that went down, but and it was just um, manifesting in front of us, and it was just holding its shape, just like hovering. It was just wow. It really was. Yeah, Robert's a powerful light. Yeah. Again, I'm so blessed to meet these people and experience and share these experiences. Um, and John, you will capture an orb. It will happen. Um, I don't, and I mean this wholeheartedly. No one's chosen. Um, they're there. They're all around us, and the only way I can put it, it's like, have you seen them pictures where they're just lots of little coloured dots all, but when you look at them in a certain way, or when you unfocus, you can actually see what the picture is. That's the nearest I can explain how I've seen orbs, how I see orbs. But again, it's not always that way, because we had a family experience where three of us saw the biggest beach ball size orangey orb. And I'll quickly explain the story, because it was just an incredible experience. One which my eldest daughter unfortunately missed, and I'll explain why. So we stayed at these people we know have got a mansion, and we was there over Christmas time. Um, we had the whole mansion to ourselves, so you got, I don't know how many bedrooms there was, something like 14, 12, 14 bedrooms, indoor swimming pool. There was a games room above the swimming pool. The swimming pool was big. um, I'm just trying to paint a picture for you. It's I wouldn't want it. Believe you me, I would not be interested in this place if you gave it to. It's just too big. It's got just a waste of time for me. But I was um, fortunate enough to experience this place. I'll just say that. Anyway, so me, Sarah, Rachel, and Lauren was in the indoor swimming pool, and I was swimming. Sarah wasn't. We had Ruby, our uh, Labrador, with us, and she was sitting down next to Sarah. Was just chilling in the lounger chair, and I was just splashing around in the pool as Rachel and Lauren was. We was just messing around. Anyway, I've stopped, and something drew my attention. Now this swimming pool surrounded by, um, you'd call them, oh, what do you call them? They're like they're patio doors, but they're big. and they surround the whole swimming pool area. So it's all glass basically all around. And something caught my eye, and I stopped and looked to the right of me. So I'll set the picture. So as I'm looking to the right, I've got Sarah straight in front of me sitting down. Rachel's in the swimming pool with me, just slightly to my left, and Lauren was just a bit further back to the left. Lauren sort of dived underwater, and I've gone, what? And Lauren, Sarah, and me just looked at the window, and this huge orange orb came through the window, and it was sort of just floating. I'm not floating is the wrong word, because it was moving with intent. It was going somewhere, but it wasn't moving like in a dead straight line. It was sort of up and down and moved around, and it went in between me and Sarah, and it went through the doors, up the stairs, and that was it. It was gone, and it probably lasted for about how long? 1, 2, 3 seconds, probably. And then Lauren sort of come up out of the water, and me, Rachel, and Sarah were just like jaws on the floor, sort of thing, trying to sort of get our head round to what we've just seen. And Lauren's like, "What's going on?" And we obviously explained it to her, but that was for me the most meaningful sight or seeing an orb, because I shared it with all three of us, saw it, and to this day it is still the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Yeah, and again, I've been lucky. It's a lot. I see a lot of stuff. I do. I wish they'd come and show up tonight. Come and say hello. Only beautiful spirits. Come and say hello to me. Come and shine really bright. I think I might have a fag break. A cigaretto break in a minute. I'll just quickly read the chat. Hold on. Hello James, welcome. Long time no see, hope you're well. I've wrenched you up. I'm just quickly looking at chat. Oh dear, right, I'm just gonna make a roll up. Obviously I'll just leave that camera going. It's supposed to be an orb watch anyway, so I've been nattering away. If I am yappering on too much, let us know. Simon's the one who talks. He's good at talking. And Mark, I must say, people must go and, well, you don't must, but do take a look at Left Hand Paths channel. I find such comfort and just a gentle way to learn history and folklore and such, and beautiful churches, and I do. And I haven't commented, Mark. I can say it now because I'm live. I've watched. There's two videos I haven't caught up with yet. One, the last one I did watch, I've not commented yet, but you know I always do. I'm terrible. I watch a video, get sidetracked, I'll comment, but I do always comment. And I'll always, every time, I always reply to a comment. Prove me wrong. Go to any of my videos and tell me where I haven't replied. And if I haven't, it's because I can't see your comment. I do care about my subscribers. I've been doing this long enough, as you all have, really. We've all been around a long time now, haven't we, on this YouTube journey. Oh yes, Mark, me and Sarah often sit down while we have our dinner and watch your documentaries. I love them. I'll tell you what, if I had loads of money, Mark, I'd turn everything you do into such a big production, in the sense of like filming equipment, sound equipment. I'd give you the full works, because I think you're way better than all these shitty TV documentaries, and you've got a perfect voice for it as well. And while no one's listening, because there's only a few of you here, I'll quickly talk about the I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas. And I want to thank you guys for being good sports. It was the most trickiest bit of editing I've ever done in my life. It was, I showed you, didn't I? I did do a video where I showed you only halfway through of how much editing I was doing. And halfway through I played it to a friend of mine. And he looked at me, he said, "How are you going to pull this one off?" I don't think you can. Well, I proved him wrong, and it's not because it's got nothing to do with how good a person sings. It was all to do with how each word in the song was sung. Simon, you totally understood that, didn't you? Because there were some beautiful singers. If I could have done it individually, there were some star performers, and you know who you are, don't you? And that's why I said I'm going to email you, Simon, because I've got an idea. Well, I might as well say it here, save me an email, wouldn't it? I'm terrible when it comes to writing and typing stuff. I hate it. I do. There's something about it that it's a lot easier to talk. So I'm going to say it live on air. Simon, tonight, this is your life. No. Simon, I want to do a duo with you. And I want you to... You don't have to. Honestly, it's just like with a couple of mates. You fancy doing a song? If you fancy doing a song, you at some point give me a song that you like to sing, that you feel comfortable singing. And I'm not gonna do what they would do in school. And could you stand up, please? Right, you see Simon standing up. He had the most beautiful voice. And you did, Simon. I had to say that I was very, very impressed. I hope you're smiling. I reckon you're smiling now, aren't you? And I'll do, you know, I'll do any song that you're comfortable with. I've done, in fact, Mark, Left Hand Path, inspired me to do that song, Where Are the Clowns? I can't remember what it's called. Oh, my head's gone blank. Anyway, he sang it beautiful, and it inspired me to have a go because, as you know, I'm not posh voice wise when singing. I'm very common. That's how I am. Whereas Mark's got a nice, clean. When he speaks. That's why he's good at documentaries. You see where I'm coming from? He's got a nice. When he talks, it's clear. When I talk, I mumble. And plus, I've got an old London tang to my vocals as well, which is a pain in the arse. So trying to sing a song like that, Where Are the Clowns, was a real tricky thing for me to do. Whereas Mark sang it absolutely beautiful. And I did go on, I did a little test to see if I could do opera as well. And I had a go at Phantom of the Opera, obviously. And it was all right, I think, with a bit of work, practice. Because that's the other thing. And it's something that I learned. You've got to practice. You've got to learn and understand what vocals are and how they work and where you sing from and how to breathe and all the rest of it. And it's taken me a long time, but I'm getting there as I hold my breath. And yeah, you know, I'm not, what's the word, I'm not living in cuckoo land. I do understand I'm just a karaoke singer. Karaoke. But there are a few songs I've done where I've been quite impressed myself. I thought, bloody hell. I played one song to my brother, he didn't even know it was me. So, yeah, I do. I love singing, I love the guitar, and I'm glad I'm learning it. And now I'm still waffling on, and I haven't done a cigarette that I said I was going to do 20 minutes ago. I'll shut up, shall I? Shall I put some music on? No, because I'll mess the stream up otherwise. Send in the Clowns, that's the one. Oh, there was nothing wrong with your singing, Mark. Like I said, individually, there was probably 4 people I could quite happily do a really good duet with. I've only picked Simon out because he was the best. And I know you all understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I would Simon. So yeah, let us know about that one. You see, I only started singing a couple of years ago. The last time I sung was carol singing as a kid, and only because my brother made me do it, as ever, as always. He used to drag me round about 4 big estates singing, so he could earn some money. He pimped me out, really. Oh, Mark, you've got a wonderful voice for talking, whereas mine's a bit drony. I could put, if I made more of an effort, but it wouldn't be me then, would it? It's just my accent. Anyway, shut up, Brendan. Have I got a hater? A hater in the chat? Oh dear. It's like when they go into David's live stream. It's like, what's the point? Really? unless they get off of it, I don't know, been deleted, and maybe they just find it amusing. I just think it's such a waste of time. And the other thing, maybe it'd be good that we do another live stream. I know Clive's probably not up for it because I know his health isn't the best, obviously, and I'm just glad he's out of that hell of a hospital. Hospitals are not the place to be when you're ill, unfortunately, in my opinion. I think when I was ill, I think Sarah was getting to the point where she was like, you need to go and you need to see someone, and nope, I'm going to do this. And thanks again to mindfulness for the ingredients. And after taking the natural medicine, I was back to normal. Well, I say back to normal, I was back to feeling really good after a couple of days, which was quite a shock for me, really. Just amazing. Yeah. Funny enough, a couple of people have said to me, "Can you do Roy?" I love what he does. What an amazing voice. Yeah, I'm sure we could do it. Um, is that what it was? A bot? Bloody bots. Getting ridiculous, isn't it? Bots. You know, taking up the guitar, I feel was the best thing I've done for a long time. Really had no confidence in ever learning the guitar, um, and it just happened like that. Getting the guitar was such an amazing. Again, it was meant to be. Just the way it happened. You know, and you've seen it, Simon. You've seen the guitar. It's a Fender acoustic. Um, it's spotless. The guitar was absolutely spotless. Hardly been used. £30. It's like, really. And once I bought it, that's it. That I committed. I could. Once I commit to stuff, I can't go back. So I just had to make sure that I didn't just pick it up for a couple of times and then put it down. That I actually thought, I'm going to do this. And at least now, it might not sound good to your ears, but it sounds alright to mine. Poor Sarah. How many times has she heard me playing, Mother, do you think they'll drop the bomb? But again, for those that are who know music, the only way you get good at something is you have to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. So, on that principle, I'm just going to have to keep doing it. But I'm now, because all I wanted to do was to be able to play a guitar and sing. I don't care if it's never on camera or if it's just in my bedroom, just playing and singing and strumming with my daughters. You know, we did it a couple of weeks back on Sarah's birthday. And so we had Lauren playing the guitar and singing, Rachel playing the guitar and singing, and me playing the guitar. So there's three of us playing the guitar and singing. To me, that you can't beat. You just can't beat that. And I've dreamt of that moment, and I don't care how shitty it sounds, but it won't be that bad forever. Even my strumming's coming along. I took it on board what you said, Simon. Did the metronome. I've also, what I found helps is listening to the song actually playing and strumming along with it. Not strum, but holding the strings dead but just getting the strumming pattern and the rhythm. Yeah, so I'm enjoying that part of it. Yes, Mark, I would love to, and I'd be more than happy to do all the vocal FXs, or no, do it however you want, but you know, just a raw vocal I can work with. I can always turn it into a wave at the end, because what happens if you go directly with wave, because it's not compressed, you get a lot of going on in the background. So when you sing, you got like and then the voice. Whereas if you just send the vocal recording without it being a wave, just a normal. Like I say, all my songs I've recorded on my phone, just a simple phone recording. So no, I even thought myself, if I went into a recording studio, I reckon I could probably do some really nice music, considering the equipment I actually use for recording. But yeah, I'd be happy to do it however you want, Mark. If you want to put it all together and then send it to me, and then I'll pull it up, that I'd be honoured, absolutely honoured, because I love helping whenever I can. If I can help someone, I will. Um, yes, I think so, Simon. Um, because talking of that, it's actually for the first time when I went up to see my mate Mick the other week, and we spent 6 days jamming. 6 days, 3 o'clock in the morning. We've got the electric guitar on. I'm going. It's like 6 days I played, and but first of all, I felt a little bit intimidated, because Mick's not a bad player now. He, you know, and I looked to Mick um, to learn, obviously. So when he's like playing tunes and I'm trying to join in, I found it embarrassing for me, because I wasn't good enough. And I'm a realist. I really am. There's no way I'm getting carried away with where I'm at. I know where I'm at. I know I'm only at the very tiny little wincy step of playing. Um, but you've got to start somewhere, haven't you? I started, I have. Um, Heather, I hope you're still. If you're still there, you might not be, but if you are, didn't you get a guitar? I'm sure I remember you starting to play a guitar. Let me know. But that's the other thing, that people actually sent me their vocals in complete trust. I did play them to a friend of mine where we had a little chuckle with some of them. You can't knock Moon for his enthusiasm, and I think if I had a one-to-one with Moon, I could teach him. I actually think I could teach him to sing quite well, because he can actually hold a note. I'm not gonna critique him on air. That's not fair. But he certainly, there is a lot of potential in his voice, I think. Um, but I'm just amazed that people did it. You know, they said, "Here you go. There's my singing." Even Honor, I even got to hear Honor on his own singing.
And I thought, to me, that was just brilliant. That's the thing, you know, I was lucky. I was so fortunate to be able to listen to every single one of you individually. And I'm grateful. I am so grateful people entrust me with that. Um, just bringing people together, I think's nice anyway. But I didn't really think it through before when I first said it. I hadn't thought it through. I just thought that's a good idea. But when I started looking at the crux of it, as it were, the how voices are constructed when you sing, because that's the other thing you learn when you do a lot of singing editing and that. I can read when I'm doing a song, I can almost see the words in the spikes or the sound. I could pick if I had 5 songs of mine put up in front of me and they said, right, what song's that? I could tell you each song by the pattern, basically. So I've definitely learned something. Not a lot, but something. Has any else come? Come and say hello to me. Come and shine really bright. It'd be so good to see you. Well, at least I'm still going and I've still got a couple of people watching. You haven't all left me. Mind you, there's only 2 people at the start. Moon of B flat bass, yeah. Oh, there was one bit with Moon when he sung, and because he really boosted it out. Let's put it that way. He really, so we went from a decibel level, just say on a scale of 1 to 10. He was singing at a 4, and then on a certain part of the song he went to a 10. And it was just like, oh, I'll tell you, that's why I like Chris so much. I don't care what people or how people may see the world. When I see their heart, and I know his heart is true. He's so genuine, and he is. He really is. I'm lucky enough that I've got close contact personally with him. He's got my phone number. I've got his phone number. And he's up for a laugh. You know, people can mock me for my ideas, and they certainly have through the years. You know, we're all different. We've all got different views, but he's got a good heart, and that's all that matters for me with anyone. If their heart's in the right place, if they're genuine people, I don't care what shape you think the world is. I don't care what you may think your religion is or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. If you're respectful to me, and I'll be respectful with you. And be honest with me. That's all I ever ask for with people. Just be honest. And it's hard, isn't it? We all know it's hard to find these people. That's just the way it is. Anyway, I'm going to smoke this. I'm going to go and smoke this. And I will have a look at... I haven't looked at chat. I've just rambled on and on and on and on. So I will leave you with a bit of peace and quiet. I've got no idea what the time is. I ain't got a watch. Right, I'll be back in a second. Don't run off and leave me. I'll come back and there'll be nobody here. That's alright, because then I'll start playing the guitar.
I don't smoke indoors, so I'm going outside. So there are any beautiful spirits, any beautiful wolves, come and say hello. Come on. Come and show yourself. Let's see your beautiful light. People use these things. I've actually seen an orb in one of these lights before. I'll just leave it just for a change of scenery. There you go. Spoilt, you lot. It's pretty though, isn't it? Oh, I can't get out. Yeah. she's back. Back again. Yes, he's back. Tell your friend. Right, I'm just gonna catch up with the chat to see what you lot are chatting around. Right, I've just caught up with chat. Okay, Mark, you're probably gone now, but thanks for popping in. I won't go on for too much longer. It's a miracle I got it going in the first place. Yes, the guitar's always here. I said I wouldn't play, didn't I? I'm not gonna. I won't. But even simple, like just learning Silent Night on, with the one finger stuff, but trying to get through it absolutely clean on every note. So it's all right learning something, then you've got to learn to do everything clean in every section, in every bit. And I'm just going to just play it once. The microphone probably won't pick it up because I did try to see what it sounded like live, and it didn't really pick the... And it is actually tuned because I tuned it not that long ago. Oh, thank you, my darling.
Welcome, enjoy.
Thank you. You were saved by the coffee. No, you weren't. Why can't I do it? I've played it a million times. Well, this is how to get rid of viewers. It's just you and me, Simon. Well, that was a load of shit. I won't. I said I wouldn't, and I won't. This isn't the time. This is not the time. It's the time just to talk to one person. Hang away. I bet it sounds terrible, doesn't it? Because again, like I say, unless you've got a really good stream, quality stream, with a high latency, good microphone, and even then it wouldn't sound brilliant. But I've just started playing, what's his name? John Lennon's Imagine. Now, I actually like the rhythm on the guitar on that. Oh, heaven, now you're here. Yeah. No, that would be a lullaby, James. I don't know any lullabies. So I was just looking at your joke, Simon. Very funny. Yeah. Is Chill here? Oh no, Chill. Yeah, Chill. Heather, didn't you start playing the guitar? I'm not putting you on the spot. I'm just curious whether you did carry on or you was just too busy working, because you was like me at the time. I was like working 24/7, and now I've got nothing. And that's been a struggle, not having no work, especially coming up to Christmas. But there you go. That's life. That's life. Yes, I'm sure you did. So it's very possible that my streams jumped in and out. Ooh, lots of emojis. What's that? Create a poll. Right. Sorry, I'm just looking. Here we go. See, my stream's gone funny. Too lazy, eh? I urge you to. So my, is it buffer? Is the stream buffering because it's doesn't seem like it's playing very well on the. Who knows? It might just be the other. Might be my iPad. Let me just switch cameras. Hold on a minute. Right, I'll just put it on there for a minute. Well, I've just switched. There you go. Let's go. I haven't been working. Okay, cheers, Simon. Yeah, when I get into the routine of work, that's fine. What I hate is when I've got such gaps between jobs, because not like last year, not this year, but last year I was rendering. I'd done so much rendering. Done loads of it. Yeah. Anyway, well, I hope everyone's. I know it's hard. I know it's frustrating at the moment the way things are. And it's easy to say, oh, you know, stay strong and that, and it's hard. But I guess that's what we're here for, isn't it? I suppose to sort of, I don't know, share our what's the word? Our daily battles and you know, because when I do videos, if I was to look at my, because like I say, I don't really use Host the Ghost much, but on my Music Realm channel, you'd see all the videos, you think, oh, he's happy soul, but the reality is, when you're not on camera, when you've got to deal with life's realities and that, you're not all smiles and happy. You know, we all get depressed to levels. I've been, you know, my doctor, I've still got them all in the bag. I've never took one antidepressant. I thought, no, I'm not going down that path. And just accepted that that's life. It has its ups and it has its downs, it ebbs and its flows. So you ride it out, don't you? You just manage, you just cope with it. In various, you know, I smoke ganja to help me, and it does. It's brilliant. For me, you know, I wouldn't. I'm not here to sell, push, or promote the usage of cannabis. But for me, I love it, and it works. So that's just for YouTube purposes. I need this coffee because I'm so dry. Oh, it's not coffee, it's chocolate. Hot chocolate, I remember now. That's weird, I was expecting the taste of coffee and it's chocolate. A pleasant surprise. But yeah, I guess, you know, it's like when I go on Dave's Hangouts, not on his live stream. Now, I don't enjoy everything he plays. And a lot of people, there's such a variety of people in there with so many different views. I find it amusing. And there was a bit of an argy-bargy going on about someone's, I think it's Some Spread Lies. No, and others know the truth. Yeah, he made a comment about Del, and I think it was Andrew was like really defending Del. Now Del don't need defending, and everyone's entitled to have their opinions. If you get triggered by that opinion, you know, then Andrew was acting like a cult member. He was acting like he's got to defend Del. No, he's got to accept that other people have got different opinions. That's the important bit. You know, I love Sarah dearly. Do we agree on everything? No, not on a long way. But I love her to death. That's a crap saying, isn't it? I love her to life. That's better. So opinions are just that, and yeah. So I do find Dave's chat amusing. But my point was, we come together there, because we're all in the same boat, and we are, aren't we? We're all sharing this journey in different ways, but it's still the same journey. So I've done something to my chat and I can't get it back to how it was. Am I waffling too much? Yeah, it must be hard. I know. I know. You can be lonely in a crowd, can't you? That's the irony of it, of life. You can be so lonely amongst thousands of people. And yeah, we'd get a live stream together because me, you, and Simon could do one. I'm sure Simon would enjoy it. I'm not saying you got it, Simon. I'm just suggesting it would be nice. I'd like to get Moon on because he's just so entertaining. It just makes me laugh. Um, who else would be? Who else would be interesting to come on? Zoo. I'd like to have a good chat with Zoo. I'd like to meet him and Anna. I'd like to meet both them. Maybe next year, if life allows it. That would be nice to meet up. I definitely want to meet up with David. I think that's something that's got to happen. There's a few people I'd like to meet. I have to say, you know, I've met my best friend online. You know, Mick. It's just an amazing friendship. The guy's just an amazing person, and you know, so lucky when it happens. It's rare; it don't happen all the time, but to find someone you can trust, yeah, it's just so yeah. YouTube has given me stuff as much as we understand what shits they are. Um, it certainly had some good positives for me. Um, yeah, right. Yep, I will do that. I'll give you an advance notice about it, doing the live stream or a hangout, because you know you can actually set it up, and we can all just meet. You don't even have to do. I'm sure I don't even have to broadcast it publicly. I can broadcast it um, on where it's shared, so you'd only get to see it if you share the link, sort of thing. Unlisted, that's the word. Cheers, Simon. Um, so you know, it's entirely. It'd be just nice to gather and talk openly, and you know, in a place where you can, you know, things won't get thrown back at you. You're not going to be judged. You're not going to be. That's what I like is when you can just be yourself. Um, you haven't got to put up masks, you haven't got to pretend, you just being yourself. And it's hard because we spend most of our lives doing just that when we're out. You have to put up guards and protect yourself from these negative people. So it's refreshing when you can actually sit and chat and just be yourselves. That's, you know, for me that's so important, and it's something that I've always sort of driven for, really. But as we know, the internet is full of clowns and trolls. Same thing, I guess. So, and this is nice. You see, it doesn't matter to me. This just shows you can have a nice, comfortable, chatty evening. There's only been 3 of us here, 4 max, I think. And it's not about views, is it? It's just about talking with people. It doesn't matter. There are other people I'd love to have been in chat because it's nice chatting with other chatters, but nice people, and I'm so fortunate that I'm connected online, as it were, to so many nice people. Yeah. So, you know, maybe I'll do another one of these again. Because the other thing, when I was doing a Monday night live music realm stuff, it was all right. I didn't mind doing it, but for me, I'm trying to get playlists up and sort out links, and everyone's putting links up in the chat, and it gets difficult because I'm, like I say, I'm not tech savvy, and oh, my computer. I'm not tech savvy, so I'll get confused very quickly. And I'm not pointing the finger at you, Simon, for putting links in all over the place. But yeah, I get confused very easy. That's why learning the guitar is guitar. What the hell? That's why learning the guitar is hard work, but fun. I have to say, I'm loving it. I really am. Yeah, you got a point there, James. Yeah, it's good to see you, by the way. If I haven't said it, I'll say it again. It's good to see you, James. It's good to see all of you. Shame I can't just play some nice music for you. I can't even do that. The nearest to classical sort of stuff. The nearest. Are you ready? You ready for this painful experience? No, I don't sound like it's in tune, but it is. Why ain't you in tune? Who knows? Yeah, that's about as much as you're getting out of me tonight, music-wise. Down, 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 down. Do you know, I've watched that clip so many times. That young lad. Well, he's not so he's an old man now. But wow, at the time, what a video. I love that. Ah, this is nice. Nice bit of hot chocolate. You remember hot chocolate? Started with a kiss. Ah, that was nice. Yeah, so have I broke my no, I haven't, Simon. As you may be aware, I did restring this guitar. I've redone the action on it. So they're pretty much brand new strings. I've got another set of brand new strings. The electric guitar I've got, it was only a cheapy one. And unfortunately, the pickups ain't very good on it. It does hold its sort of hold its tune for a little bit, but not very well. So the quality all round is really bad on it. But what I do, I'm going to set my sights on is the same as what Rachel's just bought, which is an electric acoustic. She's just bought a Fender, which is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful, and a really nice amp, which you know because you've seen it. So yeah, yeah, I play all right now on a good day, and it's getting better, and it's a little bit at a time, obviously, and I hope you can see my enthusiasms there. And it's not going to die off because it's something I am passionate about. I want to learn to play to. I'm not looking to play to the highest standard. I just want to play to a good standard, where I'm learning and understanding music much more now. But like I said, it takes time for things to sink into my head, to soak up. You wouldn't believe how long it took me to learn Silent Night. Ah, you gotta laugh. It's a shame you couldn't do what was it BB? What's his name? BB King, changing the string live, singing and playing and changing a string. What? That was mad. I can't imagine Simon. I tried to picture myself singing on stage. I think I could do that. I think I could. I think I've got enough cojones to stand and perform on stage. I really think I could do that. But obviously, because I've only just started learning the guitar, it wouldn't be a good idea if people's come to pay to see me play a guitar and I can't play it. So I wouldn't play a guitar, but I'd definitely sing. I don't think I'd have. I'd be nervous. That would be normal. But I've been a performer all my life, really. Trampolining, golf. You must have seen the Sky Sports interview they did with me when I nearly got the hole in one, and I was stoned out of my head. I couldn't even speak. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about, mate?" Sky reporter trying to interview me. Off me tree I was. That's the way to do it. I don't know, Isaac. Is it Al Benzi? I probably do. I've probably heard his stuff. Did he do something like changing strings on? There are so many, you know. All when I see these people going on about who's the best guitarist, and there's so many best guitarists. There's so many that are just brilliant. Um, and I think they've all got their own style of brilliance. Um, People, you know, I see people going on about David Gilmour. Yeah, he's okay. He's a good player, but I wouldn't put him up there. I'd actually put someone like who would you put up way above him? I would put I can't think of his name now, but I put him above him. Roy Harper. I remember Hats Off to Roy Harper. Hats Off to Roy Harper. Amazing. I was again. I've watched him live. Um, I was lucky enough. I got to know his son. Went to a party with him. He was doing a gig. In fact, his old man did a gig in Brighton, and he was also sort of doing part of the gig with him. And afterwards, there was a party, and he asked if I wanted to go, and we went to this party. Got absolutely ramshacked with lots of goodies. um, and that's the other thing. No one at the party, everyone was just drinking and doing whatever. There weren't no music going on like guitaring and that. Everyone just wanted to get out their heads, I think. But that was fun. Yeah, Nick Harper. I haven't spoken to Nick for quite a few years now, but yeah, good old days. Fringe festivals with Nick. Amazing guitarists. These people are just fucking amazing guitarists. I'm waffling on now. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Simon. That's what I was on about with the just doing a simple thing like Silent Night, but doing every single note as clear and as beautiful as you can. Um, and I will get there. Right, time is getting on. Um, Hello, John. You're back. It's a lovely sky out there. Absolutely clear, dark. The moon's just dropping down now. Um, I'm lucky where I am because we haven't got any light pollution, so it's no, not really. It's pretty clear. It's good. I will check that out, John. I'll definitely check that out. Well, I'm going to end the stream now because it's getting that. Well, it's getting late. It's getting late wherever, isn't it? I think you and Simon are on the same time zone thing. I would have thought an hour. You're an hour behind. No, you're an hour in front of us, aren't you? That's it. So I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to get everything turned off. I do appreciate you turning up. I've enjoyed it. It's been really easy to just twaddle on talking about everything and nothing, um, and just catching up with you. And it would be nice to actually talk one to one with you all, like see you and talk to you. That would be even better. So thanks for coming, and I'll be in touch with yous individually, and maybe I'll do this again and try and bring some more people. I think it was because I messed up first of all. There probably would have been more people, but I confused everyone. But it happens. So take care, everyone, and you know, I do think of you all, and I'm only here. Ever need to talk? You can always get hold of me. Have a lovely evening, what's left of it, and I will see you all very soon. Again, thanks for coming.